Hey, today we are talking about a railroad that was not built, but they had graded it, and it was called the Mendota and Ottawa Railroad. It was going to be 26.5 miles from Ottawa to Mendota. Coming through the field here, we're on First Avenue, and the route was going to come through this field here, like by way of Triumph, and come in on First Avenue. It said south of the fairgrounds, and then proceed up to 2nd Street and then take a left. But anyway, it was going to be a passenger line, electric line. They were going to be able to run steam, they were going to be able to run freight on it, and also carry mail. So it would have been a great line if it would have happened. But they were going to run basically right down the middle of the street here, and then here we're at the fairgrounds here. Fairgrounds were there. We're talking 1911 they wanted to start this, so let me say that. From 1911 and these Mendota Sun-Bulletin papers, there's all kinds of articles all the way through the years discussing this railroad. So we're doing right down the street here. We're on 2nd Street. And it's going to proceed to 7th Avenue, west 7th Avenue, because there is an east 7th Avenue, and right between those both 7th Avenues was the Illinois Central mainline of Mid-America, where there were 4 tracks up here, and then the Milwaukee Road was just about 75 yards away. But anyway, we would go right down the middle of the road, 15 feet each side of the center of the track, and these were not paved roads back then, so they were dirt roads, but they were going to ballast the track all the way up to the rail. So you know, you got stage coaches and stuff like that, horse and buggies, be able to pass over the track to go to their place of living. And what else can I say about that? I think it was fascinating that it was going to be a 4th railroad for Mendota. And as I mentioned, there were many newspaper articles, and I have copied them all out, and they are at the Mendota Railroad Museum for anyone interested. Now, I used to live on this corner house here, right here on the right, 301 7th Avenue, and the Illinois Central tracks were just ahead of me here, crossing this street. And we take a right here on 7th Avenue, and then the Illinois Central tracks were all in this left-hand area here. 4 tracks. So up here, the Mendota and Ottawa Railroad would proceed down this road. I imagine they weren't allowed to be on the Illinois Central right-of-way, which goes right up to the edge of this road here. And then it would proceed all the way up to the paving of 6th Street. So we can't go any further than 5th Street, but it would go up there. The IC Tower was just on the left there, in the middle of the block, where the Burlington and the Illinois Central crossed. And anyway, that Mendota and Ottawa Railroad was going to end right up here at the end of the road. Let me zoom in on it a little bit if I can. Oh, I'm already zoomed. Okay, well, that's the Mendota and Ottawa Railroad in a nutshell, and there's plenty of information about all the details and stuff that I have on paperwork at the library. So if you're interested in researching that story, let me know. All right, thank you. I just pull out.